The Central Bank of Solomon Islands is involved in the financial inclusion space. At the moment, we're doing several things. For example, we are involved in financial education. We're conducting a project to integrate financial education into the national school curriculum for primary school to secondary school. To date, we have revised the curriculum, but we still have outstanding areas to do in terms of preparing teaching materials and training of teachers before we will roll out this program. Hopefully, by next year, we should have the program in place. We're also involved in looking at the legal framework in the country. We have conducted a review of existing laws and regulations, especially those that relate to financial inclusion, basically to see what areas of the current legal framework presents obstacles or impediments to the development of financial inclusion. And fortunately, following the review, it was found that most of the laws do not present obstacles to financial inclusion development in the country. So that is a positive finding for us. We've just enacted the new Central Bank Act last November, and this act specifically provides for the central bank to be involved in financial inclusion activities. So the new law gives a new mandate for the central bank to be involved. And also in the new law, there are provisions for us to require the financial institutions to set up consumer protection mechanisms or disclosure mechanisms or recourse mechanisms that assist in terms of consumer protection activities. So these are just some of the things we are doing. Hopefully we'll continue to do that. And with last year at the South Cape Town Global Policy Forum, we made our Maya Declaration. Some of these things are included in that declaration, and we will continue to work on this, hopefully achieve those issues in the Maya Declaration. I think I mentioned the legal framework. We have found that there's no major obstacles. And with the new Central Bank Act, we have now allowed the bank more teeth to pursue national financial inclusion strategies. So in terms of the legal framework, there are no major areas of impediments. I think for us, the major obstacle would be in terms of the resources. As a small country with limited resources, we will need expertise, technical assistance to really pursue developing national financial inclusion strategies. And that maybe will count on AFI, and the peer learning process that we are engaged in is very helpful in that respect. SME development in Solomon Islands, I think the main obstacles are in financing of SMEs. At the moment in the banking system, we have the commercial banks who are not really enthusiastic in funding SME development. Following the global financial crisis, most of the banks in the country are very cautious to lending to SMEs. Maybe it's because of the risk perception of that sector. But this is a major concern for us. We will need to come up with a workable mechanism to ensure or enable the banking system to lend to SME. I think in the next 5 years we will need to to prioritize and focus in areas. As I mentioned, we have limited resources, we have limited skills, so we have to prioritize what we are doing and focus on the areas that would have an impact. So in terms of the next 5 years, development in terms of SME development would be one area of focus. And in the financial inclusion space, development of mobile banking and financial education, consumer protection. These will be areas that we will continue to focus on. And I am certain that we will need technical assistance, especially I'm looking to AFI and the peer learning process. I think national strategies will support the Maya Declaration. We have made our Maya commitments in Cape Town last year, and it is important to have a methodological way of achieving the commitments that we have. So setting up a policy to guide what you're doing is, I think, very important. And I think this is an area that we will just have to work on and ensure the policy framework is in place so that we continue to implement or try and address the commitments that we have made in the Maya Declaration. I think there's a role for SMEs to support the Maya declarations. For example, in my case, in the case of Solomon Islands, SME represents a major part of the economy. Very small businesses, but they make up we describe it as the spine of the economy. Without the small businesses, the economy will find it difficult to function. And so their involvement in terms of what they're doing, in terms like microfinance activities, these are very important areas that would help us achieve some of the commitments that we've made last year in Cape Town. So I believe SME development is very critical for achieving the Maya declarations. We have found our membership to AFI and the resources that AFI, we can tap from AFI as very useful for our activities in financial inclusion. Not only on the national level, but in the Pacific, we have the regional working group, which is AFI is very involved in. We are a very important part of that regional initiative, and that initiative has helped us to assist us in what we are doing in the financial inclusion space. So we really value our membership to AFI, and I'm sure we will continue to be an AFI member in the future. I think just to say that from a small country perspective, our involvement in the AFI network is very positive, very helpful for us. Some of the things we cannot do ourselves because of limited resources, we are able to do because of the network, being a member of the network, and also because we are part of a regional initiative, which is assisting us and helping us to continue with our financial inclusion activities.